Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone, Grand Maester Stitch here and welcome back to the Citadel for the start of a brand new custom series as the legendary Warg King. Now, as I said in the trailer, if you've not seen the trailer, it'll be up here, so please go check that out first if you want to. But yes, we don't know much about the legendary Warg King, so we've had to take a lot of liberties and a lot of creative freedom, which was pretty cool to do. All we know is that he lived in the Age of Heroes and he was killed off by the Starks, and his daughters were then, all his family were killed off apart from his daughters, who were taken as prizes by House Stark, which is probably where they inherited their warging and greenseer abilities. He was very close, the Warg King, to the Children of the Forest and the old races, which you'll find out we've added some of those cool old races into his court. So let's have a little look at how the North and the Seven Kingdoms looked back in this age. We've gone to the oldest age possible so far from the mods I have, and that is the Giscori Wars mod. So the Warg King might have lived even further back, but I don't have the ability to go that far back with the mods that I have, but I think this probably looks around the right age, considering that a lot of the other Northern Kings are still around. So we have the Rills, because that's obviously what the land was called, but obviously this is what's going to be the Warg King's lands instead, now that we've made him. The Wolfswood, which I believe probably should be the Blackwoods, I believe, but instead it is the Glovers. And the Blackwoods are already in the Riverlands, but I've done something cool with that, which I'll show you in a second. We have the Mountain Clans, which are all independent, as well as the Wood Forts of Bear Island. There's no more months there just yet. The Night's Watch is formidable, as well as all the Wildlings are, as they've always been. Probably a lot stronger than, well, probably about the same as they are now, but the North and the Seven Kingdoms are a lot weaker and not as advanced, so the Wildlings are probably more of a threat in this time. The Skagosi are the same. Then we've got the Umber Kings of last half. I have edited their traits just to try and make them inherit. I've done this with all of the old houses, really, because they didn't really have any traits or anything, so I just gave them, like, giant, strong, and brawny, just so hopefully that will pass down then in the family, so we can keep them how the Umbers should be. And I've done the same with the Starks and Boltons as well, just because they all had really pathetic traits, really, and I wanted to make sure that they passed down through the generations of this playthrough. Obviously, then we've got the Red Kings of the Boltons, who I've made sure they've got Torturer and Hunter, Cruel, etc. for their days of flaying their enemies. I believe they've probably got too much land, in my opinion. I believe that the White Harbour lands down here in this time era should belong to the Starks, because that's when the Grey Starks used to live in the Wolf's Den before turning Cloak, but they're not on this, so the Boltons have one hell of a lot of land. Obviously, they used to own all this land before the Karstarks are around. There's no such thing as the Karstarks at the moment. Greyhold of Greyhold, okay. Obviously, we've got the Starks of Winterfell, who don't have that much land. We've got the Barrow Kings, who is the Dustins. We've got the Marsh Kings, the Mosbys, they're still around. House Reed is still here in Greywater Watch, so, and then we've got the Flint Kings, and that makes up our northern realm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 kings in the north at the moment, as well as many petty lords over on Skagot and the Mountain Clans, well, the Hill Clansmen and Bear Island. And then down south, obviously the Reach is still huge as it always is, but there's a lot of independent factions. The Stormlands are smaller than they are at their most strongest, but there's still quite a big size. Dawn is completely split up. The Rock is split up in the Dark Red. Then there's a lot of smaller duchies and stuff around. The Riverlands is a complete mess. You've got the Blackwoods, the Brackens. There's no Tullys, I don't think, yet. You've got House Mud with this small amount of land, but it's cool that House Mud are around. You know that I love House Mud. The Iron Islands are owned by House Grey Iron, obviously, and then there's no Andals around at all yet. They're all over in Andalos. This is all the kingdoms of the First Men. So you've obviously got the Royces and the Red Forts, etc. in the Eyrie. Well, in the Vale, but we won't be paying attention to that. We're going to be going back to the north and to the Warg King, King Thorin of House Greenskin. I couldn't really think of a name. I thought I'd mix something up. I played around a little bit. I thought Greenskin's pretty cool. And we've got a Weirwood on a green background just to go with the warging and the greenseer abilities. Now, this Marshal's really high, but I've not actually made him a good fighter. It's just because of his ability to warg animals that each of those animals added his Marshal up incredibly good, but he is only a trained fighter. and a trickster because of his greenseer, and then he's quick and a green sight. But then it says that he had many beasts, so we've given one of each beast that there is: a crow, a whale, a sea lion, a boar, because there's meant to be a lot of sea lions around Sea Dragon Point, a dog, a wolf, a dire wolf, a shadow cat, a bear, a snow bear, and an eagle. He's brawny, a mystic, obviously, patient, authoritative, proud, zealous, very zealous to the old gods, and ruthless. And then also in our court, he has got 4 children and his wife, who are all greenseers as well, but they've all got different style of greenseers. So his son is the fighter. He's very strong and a fighter, and he has a wolf and a dire wolf, and he's a berserker. And then his other son is more of the sneaky warging green sight type, so he has a crow and an eagle. So he is more of the intrigue. Then we've got our young daughter, who has a shadow cat and a boar, and our youngest son, who has bears as his warg pets. Then who else have we got on the court? We've got some really interesting characters, some made by the guys in the Discord. I'm not going to be doing it like on the Vacar one where you can comment, because I have all the Vacar ones that I need to make for you guys, so I'm making it a little bit more exclusive for this one, just so I don't get overwhelmed by characters to make, because then it's just going to slow down how quick I can get these videos out. So if you want to get involved with helping create characters for this series, then you have to join the Discord server, and then you're free to recommend people for this series. So we have, now there is no like pictures or portraits for Children of the Forest, but you can make Children of the Forest. So I use the Thousand Islands portraits, because that's the closest thing you can get to making them look like a child of the forest, just to give them that green skin. But yeah, they obviously aren't Children of the Forest, but I had to make do with what I've got, so that's the best I could probably make them look. I don't really know how to do all the modding and how to mod my own portraits and that sort of thing in, so I used this and I thought that'll do. We know what they're meant to be, we can pretend. But yeah, I've made these good in intrigue, and obviously child of the forest, as you can see, so really bad fertility but awesome health. Crow, green sight, quick, frail, and weak and shy. Obviously they can warg animals. Gardener, so I've made them all like a physician, and they know their magic and that sort of thing. That's Vine Winterdust, but we also have another one in our court, which is, where are you, Winter, and he's pretty much the same, but he can warg bigger animals, so he can fight with those animals like the Children of the Forest do, but he's also shy and frail and small. Then we have, right, Bart Crownfield, made by someone in the Discord server. Now his story and backstory is that his dad was the kennel master for House Bolton, so he used to go out on the hunts with House Bolton, and still the Boltons started hunting prey of the wrong sort, such as humans and women, like the Boltons like to do, and flaying and torturing. And the kennel master didn't agree with it and was like, this is wrong. So in Bolton fashion, he was killed, and then Bart had to flee, and he fled westward trying to find, well, somewhere safe, and he got took in by the Warg King, so that Bart can stay around and look after all the animals. Obviously, with him being, he's got a lot of experience with dogs and animals. Wolves are quite similar to dogs, so the Warg King took him in. He's going to help with that. He's also very good at stewardship, so he's going to help out massively. Then we have Brandon Carr, Brandon the Blooded, who was made by someone in the Discord as well, who is a complete nutcase, basically. Very wildling-like, so he's just a savage berserker. You like a mountain, like Tywin has the mountain he sends in to do his dirty work for him. We can send this guy in to do our dirty work for us. So yeah, a really good fighter, really strong, a berserker, an adventurer, a ravager, a hunter, wrath, zealous, trusting, ruthless, content, and a complete lunatic. Then I thought, because the Blackwood should be in the north, I've made a Blackwood courtier, Hofer Blackwood, who is the brother of the Blackwood King in the Riverlands. So he was sent because he has green sight and had a pet crow and could walk the crow. So his brother sent him to the Warg King for training and thought he'd be better off in that court. And then the Blackwoods were forced out of the north. So if we do take land in the Wolfswood, we will grant it back to this Blackwood, and that will start a second faction of House Blackwood, a second branch. And as it's in the north, and obviously their sigil is the dead Weirwood at Raventree Hall, I thought I'd give him a live Weirwood, because this is before those days. I didn't really know what to give him, so I thought that'd be a cool idea for his sigil. Then I made Jared Mormont, who is going to be the founder of House Mormont in our series, because there isn't a Mormont. So I thought, well, I'll make one, and then we can have a new branch of House Mormont to make sure that we get them in the north. And I basically just made him a big human bear. He's big, he's strong, a berserker, he can warg into bears. He's a great fighter. So yeah, he's basically just a bear in human skin. But I just thought it'd be cool to make some of those northern houses who aren't around yet, and we can make our own lore for them and their... Because obviously we don't know anything about those houses and how they started, so we can make up our own lore for how these houses started, like Mormont, and we can make other ones and add them in. And then we have our giants, Magdo Wundarweg, and his brother Vundan Wundarweg, who was made by someone in the Discord as well, made by Khan. I love this guy. So he's a giant, strong, brawny, attractive, formidable fighter, a berserker, a gardener, trusting, content, wrath, kind, shy, as all giants are shy, proud, honest, and stubborn. And yeah, they're actual giants, so this is going to be cool to have giants in our court. Obviously, they've been hunted and pushed out of the Bolton lands, as well as the Umber lands, obviously, the chain giants. They've been pushed out of the south, but they are still living below the wall, children of the forest and the giants. So we have some in our court, as we still live the very... They all say they live the old way of the old gods in the north, but we live the true way of the old gods before the coming of the Andals, when we signed the Pact. And we're trying to still respect the Pact and live peacefully with the giants and the children of the forest, like the wildlings do beyond the wall, but we're probably a little bit more civilized than the wildlings. But we're going to try and keep these safe and keep a north of the neck where it's safe for these people. This was their land before the First Men, and they should remain in this land. Obviously, they're all dead in the south and things are very different. We could get the Andals coming over, which would be pretty cool. I hope that they do at some point. So, let's finally get into the playthrough. Sorry for going on a bit there, guys. You know what I get like sometimes with all this lore and stuff. So yeah, here we are, King Foreign. I made it to expand our realm by conquest, just so that we can try and take land if we want to, and an intrigue focus because of all that green site. We may as well put it to good use. We have an unmarried heir, so let's see if we can arrange a marriage for our son. Let's have a look what we've got. They're all first men, which is pretty cool. What is the highest ranking one we've got? Lannister, but she's 1, so that's not very good really. I'd like to marry her to a northern lord if possible. How about we look at like the Mosbys and the Marsh Kings, because they have green sight, as you can see, green dreams, so we can hopefully have pretty good relations with them. There we go. His oldest daughter is 11. Can we arrange a betrothal between his oldest daughter and maybe our second son? Here we go. Norbert, Prince of the Real. No, not interested. Yorick? No. What about House Reed? Have they got... They've only got 2 sons, so... Does have a sister, though. Era Reed, and she's not married yet. Can we arrange a marriage between her and our son? Yes, we can, but she's quite a bit older, isn't she? 23. He's only 16. We could arrange a marriage between her, though, and Hofer Blackwood, so that we can start getting more Blackwoods around in our court. So yeah, let's do that. We'll marry our Ara Reed and Hofer Blackwood. So that's a pretty decent match there, to be fair. Who else have we got around in the north? What about the Flints? Because they're a small kingdom that we could try and get help from. No, only got very young children. What about the Woodforts of Bear Island? Donald Woodfort, Benon Woodfort. Let's have a look. Poor fighter, Ruben. Nothing very impressive with him. Ah, here we go. Skilled fighter of House Woodfort. So we could do something with him. Can we arrange a betrothal between you and our daughter? Match it? No, we can't. Right. Let's try and find someone still for our oldest son. Let's look for someone around his age. Obviously someone northern would be best. Someone close by that we can form alliances with. Someone, Most of these are southern houses though, which I don't want to start mixing with houses so far away. It would be better if we could keep it very close to home. So there's not really anybody at the moment, which is a bit disappointing. Hunter, where is House Hunter? Longbow Hall. All the way down in the Vale, so no, I won't bother with that. What about some of these mountain clans? Could be interesting to marry into some of those. Aha, this one's got a sister. A Jockling Liddle. Patient, competent steward. Okay, yeah, she'll do. So let's arrange a marriage between her and our oldest son. Not interested. God's sake. What about some of these other northern houses? What about House Wool? No, he's only got brothers. House Knot. He's got a daughter, Alice Knot, who is 18. Strong as well. That is awesome. Can we arrange a marriage between her and our strong son? No, that's very annoying because if we'd have done that, we would have been guaranteed to get a grandson with the strong trait. I'm going to leave them for now. We'll wait until some more come of age. Right, open council position. So let's have a look. Hand of the King. We will go with... We'll go with the Child of the Forest. Why not? He's very, very competent and we can keep our relationships good. Look at that really amazing relationship because we're both greenseers, etc. and both have pet animals. We're very close because of that. Master of Laws. Well, no, I don't really want a giant as Master of Laws. We haven't really got anybody with diplomacy, though. So we could go with... We could actually go with him. Master at Arms. I'm sure we're going to have a better Master at Arms than that. Oh, God, yes. Jared Mormont. Wow. Yeah, we'll have him. Master of Coin. We'll go with Bart. Collect taxes straight away, please. Let's train the troops as well back at Sea Dragon Point. Master of Whisperers is obviously going to be one of our children of the forest. Where's our son? Can he not? Is he too? He might be too young still to join the council. But yeah, we'll go with our other Child of the Forest. Maester. We don't have a Maester. Priest. Should we go with Hofer Blackwood maybe? Brandon. Courtier. Brandon Kerr. Yes, because he is a ridiculous zealot, if I remember rightly from his backstory. So yes, we'll definitely have him. And we'll perform charity back home. Let's fabricate... Should we fabricate a claim on somewhere? Let's fabricate a claim on Bear Island and try and get that. What can we do with you? Pacify Province, Improve Defense, Oversee Realm. Yeah, you can just oversee the realm for now. Right. Master of Whisperers. Let's get you to... Should we get you to scheme somewhere, maybe? Build a spy network? We could build a spy network in Winterfell, maybe. They are close by. It'd be good to keep a good close eye on the Starks. So let's do that. Obviously, they've got great ambitions to take in the north, so we have got to be very careful of them. A designated regent. We will go with our son. Bodyguard. Vundon Wundar Weg. Well, no one's going to mess around with a giant as your bodyguard, are they? And we'll also go with Jared Mormont, as he is an absolute beast. Hofer Blackwood. Yorick, our son. And, out of you two, who would be better? We'll go with the top guy. Our court jester will leave. Keeper of the Swans. We will go with... Let's go with the Child of the Forest. Why not? Master of the Horse. We will go with... Let's go with Bart for that. No, actually. Sorry, Bart. You can be Master of the Hunt, Bart, as you are the Kennel Master. So you'll be good with dogs, and the wolves are ready for the hunt. Where are you? Where are you, Bart? Where are you, Bart? I've upset you now, haven't I, by removing you from that? You can be the Master of the Hunt. Master of the Horse can go to... Have we got a Reswell in our court? Or the Reswell's not around yet, because they'd be very good for the Master of Court, with it being all the open plains that we have there. But I don't actually think we have any of them yet. I think it's the Riders instead. So we'll go with the Rider Lord for that. High Almoner. We will go with... Should probably go with a Child of the Forest for that. Cupbearer, our other giant. Well, yeah, you're going to be pretty safe having a giant as your cupbearer, so we'll leave that court tutor, who has the highest. No one out of who's left, so maybe if we move Winter away from being the High Almoner, we'll put Brandon doing that instead. Will that mean that we can now have the Child of the Forest as our tutor? Oh, he's only got 11 learning. It's the other one, isn't it? Vine, who's got the better learning, so let's go with Winter for the Master of Swans, and then our court tutor. Oh, we can't have her as court tutor, which is very annoying. Well, King's Justice, we'll go with you, and court tutor. We may as well go back with Winter then, hadn't we? We'll do Vine for that, and then we'll do Winter as the court tutor. That's the best choice that we've got. No handmaiden. Right, commanders. We're going to have much better commanders than this, surely. 7. It's embarrassing. Winter, 28. Wow, that's because of all those animals that he's in control of. We're going to have better than a 9. And there we go, 25, Brandon. We're going to have better than a 9. 20, Hope of Blackwood. Magdo, Wunderweg. There's our other one, Giant. Oh no, where's our other? Our other Giant can't be one for some reason. So yeah, we'll have Magda Wunderweg instead then. Bart is a good fighter, but he doesn't really like fighting, if I remember correctly. So we won't make him a commander. Right, my council. We've got room for a High Admiral. We've not really got any need for that, have we? Let's just give it to one of our vassals, just to keep them happy. He's a loyalist as well, so advisor. Advisor. Someone with good diplomacy or learning, maybe. Someone with very good learning. Maybe we've got a child of the forest. Oh, we've already got a giant on the council, so that's good. We represent all races on the council already, so we'll just go with someone who's got good diplomacy. We'll go with Hofer Blackwood and court physician. That's a shame. I wanted to add one of the children of the forest as our court physician, so we are going to need to acquire a court physician from somewhere. Designate traditional heir title. No, I don't think I will do that. We have got some titles to give away though. Real Water Crossing. So can we grant that to someone? Can we actually grant titles to the giants? I don't know if we actually can. We can. That's cool. So, can we actually give you? No. Why can't we give you titles, but we can give the other one titles? That's annoying. But we can give your brother titles instead. Why is that? Well, let's give him titles. I'm just going to give a giant some titles to see what happens. I think that's pretty interesting. If they die, we get it back. We actually can't. We can't send it him. Must be able to marry and produce heirs. So yeah, the giants can't marry and produce heirs, unfortunately, which is a shame. So we can't actually give him lands. So we will. I think I will give some of those lands to Jared and Mormont. But first, let's find him a suitable wife. Someone who's going to be able to give him children. But someone from the north as well would be better. I'd rather give him someone from the north. Our daughter could be interesting to marry our daughter into mum, but she's only. Yeah, let's marry our daughter to him. Actually, that'd be good to marry her into House Mormont, and we keep her at court as well. Then, so yes, we'll do that. So we've betrothed him to our daughter. That'll be good to get more Mormonts as well, and she's got very good traits. He's got very good traits. They've got the potential to have one amazing wonder child, so that could be pretty cool. Let's just press play and let things tick along while we do that. Oh yeah, something I just remembered that I did do. Now I know that they didn't exist. Well, they did exist back in Valyria at this time, but there's a high chance that they weren't in the north at this time. But we don't know when they came there, so I thought it'd just be fun to put them in the game for the sake of it, for the fun of it. I know this is wrong, but I gave him Longclaw, just so that we can have Longclaw in the court, just to get some Valyrian steel swords around in the game, because there aren't any around at all in the minute at the Seven Kingdoms, so I thought I'd give him Longclaw. I've also gave the Starks Ice and the Boltons their old Skin Peeler, which is a crazy name for a sword, but it's an awesome looking sword. Very fitting for a Bolton sword. And I also gave us a Valyrian steel sword as well, just a normal good Valyrian steel sword. So you guys, as we did before, please name that sword for me, all of you. Comment below your name and then like somebody else's so that we can then find out what the favourite one amongst everybody is. Arya Reed has arrived at our court because she obviously married our son, so that's pretty cool. Right, what else have we got left to sort out? How many men do we actually have in our army? About 3,000, but then we have a hell of a lot of animals, which is pretty cool as well. Can we actually like go and declare war on these people? No, we can't. What about on the Starks? Can we just go and declare war on them? No. These smaller regions? No. The Dustins? No. Flint Fingers? No, we can't actually declare war on anyone just yet. Even though we want to expand by conflict. We'll be known as the Conqueror. My king, foreign Scorch Rock, is under attack from the Broken Arm and is in need of a... You think I'm going to go all the way to Dawn? No, I will not get involved with politics that far south. How are we even talking to each other? Obviously, at this point as well, ravens could actually speak the messages, as you find out from the old days in the north. They did actually teach the ravens to speak. They got taught it by the children of the forest, and you didn't even actually give them a message. You just told them the message, and they went there and then replayed the message for the people. No, we're not coming down there. Replayed it for the person you wanted to send that message to. No, I'm not getting involved. How come all these people can go to war, but no. My god, everyone's just going to... No. Everyone's just asking us to get involved with their wars. I don't want to get involved in the slightest. Why can't we declare war? We can spy on people, though. Let's go... Let's spy on Lord Glover. See what he's up to, as he's very close. So we'll do that. I and my trusted Snoops and Sneaks will keep a very close eye on the activities of Warg King Edric of Wolfswood. A close eye indeed. Warg King Edric of Wolfswood. That's a pretty cool name, isn't it? So let's just carry on seeing if we can arrange some more marriages. We've got a lot. Kingdom of the Rills, High Lordship of Stony Shore, High Lordship of the Rills, Lordship of Sea Dragon Point, Lordship of the Rills, Lordship of Rillwater Crossing. Right, now let's see if we can actually find some more matches for our son. So our oldest son needs a bride so that we can start getting grandsons. There wasn't like anybody. We could marry into a wildling. That would be interesting, to form some alliances with wildlings. Did any more of these have daughters? Did I check all of the hill clans? I can't remember. There's a Flint. Oh no, she's too old. House Norre. Well, he's got daughters, but they're not really old enough. 11. She's got fairly decent stuff, actually. No, I'm not getting involved. Not too bad. What about... No, okay, who are you? House Nightfort. I have found out nothing new and useful about Warg King Edric of Wolfswood, but as my shady informant pointed out, there is nothing preventing me from making stuff up, the bigger the lie. He has an imaginary friend called Papa. Yeah, that's quite funny, so we'll go for that. About the Umbers, well, we don't really want to get friendly with the Umbers, actually. The Skagosa, they're very old-fashioned like us. Does have a daughter? She's 27, though. What about this Skagosi lord? Lord Crow. 7. Lord Skane, maybe? This has Lord Stain. 7. 11. Okay. Not amazing. Which is a shame. What about in the Wolfswood? Does Lord Glover have only an 8-year-old daughter? I don't really want to get involved with the Boltons. What about the Dustins? Oh, he's only very young himself, 17. Wow, and he's already got 2 children. He started young, didn't he? We tried the Flints, didn't we? I don't know what to do with our son then. Who do we marry him to? It's got to be somebody. I just want to get him married off. Who's got the best traits out of the ones available? We'll just look at that. I might go with a wildling, actually. I think that'd be quite interesting. We are probably closer to the wildlings than most of the northern houses for our way of living. Let's have a look. The Gorge. Who are you in the Gorge? No. Fork Top. No. Fist of the First Men. He has a sibling. She's Mora Bloodfang. What an awesome name. The wildlings have such awesome names. The West Shelf. Frozen Shore. No. Great Ice River. About the Fens. That could be pretty cool. No. No, I'm not getting involved. First Forest. No. White Tree. No. No one's good. Winter Keep instead of Craster's Keep. Bit old, really. Night Valleys. No. Hardhome. Hardhome probably be quite powerful back at this time. Ygritte Heart Whisperer. She's already married. There's literally nobody to marry at all. This is very annoying. Anyone else in the Barrowlands? No. No. About someone in the Stark territory so that we can get pretty pally with him in the Wolfswood. Lord Brandon of the Wolfswood. No. Lord Jotha of Wolfsten. House of Wolfsten. Is there anyone for our younger son to marry? Prince Jorin. Maybe there's some younger children around. Well, younger decent brides around that he can get married and betrothed to. Anyway. Old gods, obviously. Crow Hunter. Of House Woods. What about you? Yeah, we'll do that. No, I'm not getting involved. So there's a betrothal for him. We've already got a... I thought we got a betrothal sorted for you. Did we not? I thought we did. Okay, interesting. Well, is there any around your age that you can get married to instead? But yeah, once again, a massive thank you for all the support from you guys in the Discord service, especially with other things that have been happening lately. Really appreciate, you know what I'm talking about. Very quick to jump to my defense, and I thank you very much for the support. Bethany of House Blackwood. What about you? That could be an interesting marriage. Yes, we'll marry to the Blackwoods. Try and get them back in the north. Hey, up, are the Starks going to war with the... Oh, they're attacked Lord Norrie to force vassalization. Can we try and get some of these? Forced vassalization to some of these? No, not at the moment. Except, awesome. So that's him married to a Blackwood. Now we just need to find someone for our oldest son, our heir. House Blackwood would be pretty cool if there's nothing any better. Is there another House Blackwood, maybe? There's got to be somebody. Come on. Massey's too far away. She's got some pretty cool traits. She's a wildling, but she's got really good traits, so we'll marry him to her. The Boltons are going to war with someone as well. I'm not having much luck spying on Warg King. Yes, it is pointless, but I want to go to war with people. Defending against Winter King, Torren Star, so they're all joining the aid to go against the Winter King. That's interesting. We have got some titles to give away to lords once we get a chance. I will give them to some of the lords. I don't know if to give some of these titles to Lord Mormont or wait till we get better titles. Betrothed can marry. Yes, do it. Get it done straight away, please, guys. There we go. Okay. Bethany Blackwood has arrived at your court. Perfect. Yes, it's in everybody's concern. We can get a little bit of money then for that. My king, Fermar has sent you a dowry, but it was a poor offering. The paltry sum of gold and silver clearly doesn't befit the value of the bride. Greedy bastard. 50 gold isn't too bad. That'll do. I don't think, because we've got the intrigue, folks, we can't really... Let's go with war and can't change it for 5 years. Well, that's annoying. So I want to be able to go and start claiming some lands and expanding to save the children of the forest. Your priest, Brandon, was cornered by a desperate crowd of beggars in Sea Dragon Point and has been seriously wounded while giving alms to the poor in your name. Charity can be dangerous work, so it would seem. Well, that's not very good, is it? Bethany Black was arrived at your court. She arrived at my court ages ago. What are you going on about? Betrothed can marry. Yes, marry our other son off. There we go. Right. Hopefully we get a nice bit of money from that as well, which would be pretty cool. Aha, yes. Our daughter is getting married to Lord Mormont, which is awesome. Your son, Yorick, has come storming into your chambers seeking a word. He is refusing to marry Peggy Wanderer. It seems Yorick dislikes her intensely. Fine, son, I can't make you marry. Yes, it is in everyone's concern. Right, so I'm going to have to marry him off again, which is very annoying. It took ages to find that match for him. Who have we got instead then? What about this lady? Will you marry her instead? Will she do? Ah, there we go. He's got married that time. Hopefully we'll get some more gold from that. Can we declare war on the... It's very annoying that we can't actually go and declare war on it. Yes, it is in everyone's concern. Send me your gold. We'll just let things ride along nicely and wait. We'll let our money build up a little bit. Hopefully get some grandchildren and stuff like that. No, I'm not getting involved. And hopefully we'll be able to start hopefully taking some land soon. Obviously, our aim is just to respect the Pact, keep the people alive. One cynical comment from another, I could not take it anymore. I even tried to bribe Prince Norbert so he would shut up and stop firing cynical remarks at me. Stop it, please. Okay. But yeah, we want to try and... Well, it'd be interesting. We could get the Warg King to have the whole north, but we want to try and take, especially the deep woods back of the Wolf's Wood. Take them back for the Blackwoods, as well as the Children of the Forest and the Giants. Obviously, the Children of the Forest, the deep woods belong to them, so it'd be good if we could get them back for them. We could give them some land, maybe in the Wolf's Wood. The Giants, who we can't give land because they can't have children, which is a shame. I wonder if there's anything we can do about that. Edit something, maybe. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if we could do something like that. Have we got anyone with better diplomacy? She's got 13 diplomacy. We must have somebody with decent diplomacy. We should probably do with adding somebody with decent diplomacy in the next episode. So you guys in the Discord server, if you can come up with a good diplomat for us, that would be awesome. So that we've got somebody who can go off and get us better claims on stuff. It's taken a long time to fabricate a claim on Bear Island, which is pretty annoying. Okay, one child lacking in educational focus. Wow, your diplomacy and martial... Right, we could have a very good marshal here in our son, so I'm going to make him go for a diplomacy education. I'll spend highly to get him the best equipment possible. My king, King Foreign, King House is under attack from last half and is in need of aid. We implore you to join our coalition against our common enemy, that our mutual interests will remain protected. Of course, I will aid you. So we're going to aid against the Umbers of last half because they are attacking Skagos, and I think we'd get on quite well with Skagos. So let's get involved. I just want to get a bit of action, to be honest. Hopefully we can form an alliance with the people of Skagos as well. That would be pretty cool. So let's get our men together. I don't care about dragons. Don't bother me with this news again. Right, who is in this war with the Umbers? So it's us and House of King House. So, okay. King Foreign, the Dreamer of the Reels. That's awesome that we've got that nickname. Absolutely love that. That is perfect. That is like the perfect nickname. I love that. A daughter was born to Prince Norbert of the Reels and Princess Bethany of a Blackwood named Jonquil. Jonquil Greenskin. Awesome, okay. Can we... She's 0 years old. Do you have a son that's young? A 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. Okay, but we've got our first grandchild. That's pretty awesome. No, not getting involved. I'm only getting involved with the smaller, more old god houses up in the north, like the true northern old god houses, to help them. And it stops the Umbers and the Boltons and the Starks gaining more land than we want them to have as well. We don't want them getting too much influence. The Boltons have got too much influence as it is already. Awesome, 3,000 men. Right, commanders. What's happened to our other commanders? We'll go with Hofer Blackwood. And what has gone on? Where are all our other commanders? Why have we got these pathetic ones? There we go, that's better. A destitute lord from last half from the land of our enemy, King Cregan Umber, has defected and has arrived in Sea Dragon Point. He is seeking refuge and offers his service. King Cregan of last half... What? Oh no, that's King... Okay, I thought actually he... pressed the wrong button. I thought he was coming then. I was like, what the hell? Oh wow, he's a genius. A genius trained fighter. Welcome him to your court, definitely. He's got amazing traits. We'll definitely welcome him to our court. Hugo Ashem. That's an awesome person. Right, let's march over to the last half with our 3,000 men. We're going to have to go through the Wolfswood lands, the Glover lands. Hopefully that doesn't upset them. We're in the middle of a mild winter, though, which is not good. But we have the Children of the Forest and the Giants. I'm sure they know the secrets of surviving through the winter. It's turning cold and cold. The people of the Reels can no longer work the field. Right, well, this wasn't a good idea to send our armies in, was it? Probably shouldn't have got involved, but... Neutral, I don't care. Why it's taking so long for you to fabricate a claim over on Bear Island? It's taking you a hell of a long time. No, I don't want to get involved. Only interested in... Oh, God. Ooh, who are the Starks getting in? Wow, they've got a lot of men. Who are they going to war with? Lord Clay the Knot. Okay, so they're trying to force vassalization on the Hill Clansmen again. Which is interesting. Right, so they've not got many defenders, have they? So we're going to make the difference on whether Skagos have to bend the knee to the Umbers or not. Okay, you... I don't really want to get involved against the Starks, but should I? Yeah, we will join in and help these smaller houses of the north, because it looks like a lot of people have joined the side of the Notch. Yes, the Glovers, the Woodforts, and the Umbers, which is interesting because we're at war against them. But yeah, it stops the Starks gaining too much land. It's like a huge power vacuums here in the north, and everyone's just trying to seize what they can, especially these 3 bigger lords here that we've got to be careful of. Well, and the Barrow Kings have a fair bit of land. I imagine with it's quite a fertile land in the north, isn't it? The Barrows and the Rills, so they could probably father a lot. I said father because that just popped up. They could probably get a lot of men. Okay, awesome. A daughter was born. Cass Mormont, awesome. So we've got some more Mormonts. That is perfect. I'll leave that empty for now because I don't really know what you're going to be good at. So, okay. Right. No. Oh, God, we're going to end up getting into war with bloody 6,000 Stark men. That is not good. Can we get some aid, please? Can we get some aid off the Glovers or the Woodforts before we get absolutely slaughtered by this Stark army who does have a advantage? We're going to get slaughtered. Our king has decided to turn tail and run already. Send your animals in! Send the wolves in! Send the giants in! Oh, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Got absolutely slaughtered there and lost a lot of men. You know what? I'm going to march my men back home. Shouldn't have got involved in this petty war. Okay, so the Lower Frostfangs, they've expanded already beyond the Warg King, foreign for the crime of marrying against his liege's will. John of Raven's Watch and his heirs by the illegal marriage have been hereby barred from succession to Lord John's lands. Okay. Of the Stony Shore. Interesting. Damn it, we just lost a lot of men there, so that's a worry. The last half King House Vacillation War has ended. Lord Arnulf of King House lost. So the last half has expanded over into Skagos. That is not good news. They've expanded massively. They might get a bit of a navy from that as well, which is not good news. Right, I will end this first episode here though, guys. Please, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're finding the channel for the first time, as this is a new series, something that's I've not seen on YouTube. It's why I decided to do this. There's not any at the moment anyway, other than this one. But yeah, join the Discord group as well, guys, if you're interested in taking part in helping build the lore and characters for this series. But even if you're not interested in doing that, join the Discord group anyway, because we can have a lot of chat about Game of Thrones, Crusader Kings 2, and loads of other things. We've got a great community growing in there, and I'd love for more of you to be in there. We're like 600 and something subscribers now, so that's a lot of you who could join that Discord server and make a difference to the community in there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, and hopefully I'll see you very soon for my next video, whichever one that may be, guys. Thank you once again, and goodbye.